We're at the Connor Ranch up in Hempstead, Texas. We installed 2 senior feeders for him in 2 different pastures back on January 15th, 2016. We're doing a follow-up 1 week later. This is the 23rd. And we're just kind of seeing how the horses are doing on the feeders. We always like to go check it out. The other pasture is way over there. And we're just waiting for the feeders to come off. They're supposed to have the 11 o'clock feeding coming up. And I just wanted to see how the horses react to the feeders when they come out. And I guess the internal clock on the horses are getting are getting to it. These are some babies on this feeder. Well, that one out there just went off. And let's see how the horses are going. Then this one just went off. These are babies right here. The horses are still a little shy of the sound, looks like, but they went right to it. And let's see how these went to it. Their feeder went off. There's some older horses. He's got panels up on that one over there, just like he has on this one. And looks like everybody is doing exactly where they're supposed to on the feeder. He's got it set up to where he has just 2 panels on each feeder. That one like that, and the one way back in the background over there, he has the same setup for the older horses. And both of these feeders roughly hold between 550 and 500 pounds of dry grain. And as you notice, the horses have to go around the panels to get to their section, and the babies, I guess, they probably just like to eat together. And both feeders went off pretty much right on time. The biggest thing about the feeders is that the grain is fed all at one time instead of having to dump a sort of like a bucket or a trough on the ground one at a time for each horse. And he's got these things set up. Let me ask my wife here. What times do they have these ones set up, Suzanne?
These are 7, 11, 3, and I think 7 or 6:30, something like that.
7, 11, 3, and she's thinking around 6:30. She's feeding 4 times a day, and that is the best that the horses could be running on as far as feed schedules. They're feeding small amounts, less likely colic for feeding larger amounts of grain. This is the Feed Smart system. Let me zoom way back there in the back there. Let's see what we got. Everybody's just milling, just content, just eating. There's no fighting going on. There's no rouse about. Let me give a close up to his mouth right there. Let's see if any grain is coming out of his mouth, of the baby's mouth right now. When he lifts it up, see if we can see it. I'll zoom out so we can see both of them at the same time. Alright, let's look. That's what we like to see. The horses on the Feed Smart system, after they've been on it for a while, you don't see any grain falling out of their mouth. They're not taking large amounts of grain in their mouth when they're eating after they've been on it for a while. They'll take smaller amounts because they're in no rush, because they know the feed is coming 4 times a day, every day, like clockwork, and right on time. And you can see how the horses are looking. They're looking really good. And can't really see the ones way out there too good. through the fence line, but I haven't checked them, but they probably are looking just about the same. Well, this is January 23rd, 1 week after we've installed the feeders. And this is the Feed Smart system. Thank y'all very much for looking into it.